Who you are is the greatest asset you'll ever possess. And we wanted to encourage our athletes last week to find out who they were, to ask some tough questions and to dig deep to discover their potential as humans and to become great and to become winners. And one of the questions we asked them in the championship plan, championship performance, was what it means to be a winner. And different athletes offered their ideas and said, you know, a winner is a person who does great things and has great performances and these types of things. And what I came back and said was winning actually has nothing to do with your performance. It has nothing to do with your potential or how much money you make, how many state titles you win. It's all about knowing your value and owning your value. We talked about a story of a former boxer named Chuck Wepner. And people in the boxing circles know who this man was. He was a fighter's fighter. He would take blows in the face, and he was a bleeder and was known for that. And in one fight with Sonny Liston, he got over 120 stitches in his face after the fight. And Don King saw Chuck Wepner and was inspired by him, so thought that a great fight would be put Chuck Wepner up against the greatest heavyweight champion of all time, which he thought was George Foreman. Well, Foreman got defeated by Muhammad Ali, and in 1975, Don King then gave Wepner a chance to fight Ali. And you know, people watched. It was a big promoted fight, a lot of money on the line, and Chuck Wepner took blow after blow from Ali, who's the greatest. And in the 6th round, Wepner took a shot and then hit Ali in the chest and stung Ali, knocked him back. And there was a lonely writer sitting in the stands that night, and this inspired him. He went back to his hotel and he wrote for 3 days straight and came up with the story of Rocky. And that writer was Sylvester Stallone. He brought the story to Hollywood, and they said, yeah, we'll do it. And they gave Sylvester Stallone some money, and Stallone was going to play the lead role. Well, they had to get a hold of Chuck Wepner, and the story was about him, so he was entitled to some royalties. And they gave him two options. They said you can either take, you know, a lump sum of money right up front, or you can take 1% of the royalties from the story of Rocky. And Wepner took the money right up front. It was you know, somewhere in the ballpark of $100,000. I don't know for sure. But Rocky made over $800 million, and they offered him 1% from the beginning. So Wepner lost out on almost $8 million because he took the money right up front. And this story, I think, is great for us to realize that, you know what, if we sell ourselves short, we might be like Chuck Wepner. He didn't think his story was valuable. He didn't think that people would catch on and be intrigued and inspired by this story. And that's what we talked about with these guys, is to really own your value and not sell yourself short, like Chuck Wepner. So we used one other analogy that we took a $20 bill, and it was nice and crisp and clean, and it was brand new. And I held it up before the kids and said, I'm going to give away this $20 bill today. And I want to see who wants this $20 bill. And they raised their hand, and you know, then I proceeded to stomp on it and crumple it up and you know, put it in my shoe and asked who wanted the $20, and they still said they wanted the $20. And then at the end, you know, I did give it to an athlete, and I said, why did you want this $20? And they said, it's still $20. And I'm like, you're right, that's great. And that's what we need to realize as humans, is our value to the world doesn't change. We have intrinsic value. We're created in God's image. We have a lot to offer. And when we sell ourselves short and forget about what we're worth and what our value is, man, we can miss out on doing some great things. So, you know, just like that $20 bill, we're going to have chances in our lives where we're going to make the wrong choice. And we're going to be dealt a hand of cards that wasn't what we anticipated. And we're going to have losses. We're going to, you know, be in some tough situations, but that doesn't change our value. And that's what we need to remember. Our value is separate from our accomplishments on the mat. It's separate from what people view us as. And if we can own our value, we can do great things.